And moving right along, that's going to bring us to the Auburn Tigers and their now former head coach, Coach Freeze. Of course, we did this dynasty, we did this Auburn dynasty right around the time the game first came out. So, of course, Coach Freeze was still the head coach at the time. We gave him the sleeveless cutoff, showing those guns. And depending on how closely or in depth you followed Auburn, you may not know, but this was a really, really good roster. So we're going to make Deuce Knight, stud quarterback, incoming freshman Deuce Knight, who I did have the opportunity to kind of help recruit. We're going to make him the starting quarterback, build around him, and we're also going to start the season with a commitment from a 3-star guard from Alabaster, Alabama. It's probably Thompson High School, if we're being honest. But enough of that, man. Let's get into this first game of the season, going on the road to take on the Baylor Bears. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky game. We know that this Baylor team is a little bit feisty. This was a good game in real life too that Auburn did end up winning, so hopefully we can replicate that, where we've got a good chance to get on the board first, where Deuce Knight's gonna pull it and throw it on the RPO to our guy, our stud tight end Hollis Davidson, who I did help recruit at Auburn and did sign to the agency. And now we've got a little bit of a back and forth. As Baylor would get on the board, we would score, we're going back and forth, and then goes Deuce Knight rolling out, and he's just gonna put it up. It's a red barn. It's going to be intercepted. I guess that's what's to be expected. He would break the tackle somehow, and now he's got a chance for a great return before Hollis gets him, tries to get him down at least on a good tackle. The defense would get a stop. We get the ball back, and now 4th and 3, we're going back to the pop. We're going to throw it on the bubble to our guy, Malcolm Simmons, and he's gone. He's just too fast. That was a great block by Cam Coleman along the perimeter to spring him free, but there goes Malcolm. Man, I tried to take off some time, almost ran into contact, but now we're going to extend our lead, and it would ultimately be enough to secure the win over Baylor to start the season. So we'd ride that momentum over the next couple weeks, rack up some wins, get ranked 20th in the country. Well, we are taking on Georgia. We're going to hand it to Jeremiah Cobb, making guys miss, breaking tackles, and he's gone. He is going to break away, break free. I'm telling you, this dude right here has NFL potential, no doubt about it. We are going to take this lead against Georgia and then proceed to get a stop, try to put together another drive here on 3rd and 8 with a little under 3 minutes left. You already know what time it is. We're going back to Cobb. Look at this blocking by our receivers, by our linemen. I mean, just across the board, tremendous, tremendous blocking to spring him for a touchdown and the win. And now for the final regular season game, we're taking on Alabama in the Iron Bowl. They have to come here, and I'm telling you, this pre-game ceremony, this pre-game event at the Iron Bowl, now it's really cool for any Auburn home game, but I'm telling you, at the Iron Bowl, when it's at night and the Eagles flying, the fans are rocking, this is an extremely, extremely cool environment. The boys are taking the field, they're ready, so let's get into this game and see what we can do. We hold a first half lead, and Deuce Knight's gonna pull it. He's got space. He's gonna make a guy miss in the open field, make another guy miss. What an unbelievable electric run. This is Deuce Knight to a team, man. If you watch him in high school, if you watch him play Mercer, this is what he does. We're going back to it. 14-point lead, another spin move, another juke move. Deuce Knight, he is insane. We have extended this lead against Alabama. This is going to be tough for them to overcome, although they would get on the board again, but we have a chance. With the first half winding down, we give it to Jeremiah Cobb. Look at the perimeter blocking. I don't know what Malcolm Simmons is doing. Didn't really help us out much, but it didn't matter because Cobb would get into the end zone, extend this lead to 3 touchdowns, and of course that's going to be enough to put away the Tide 45-24. That thumping would get us to 8-4, 24th in the country, heading into the Tax Slayer Bowl against Tulsa. And look at Deuce Knight, the new single season passing yards record as a freshman in his first year. The future is so bright, and we would leave that bowl game to the sim, and as you can see, we would win to secure a 9-4 season because we really shouldn't have any issues with Tulsa and the sim, and we wouldn't. So 9-4. Finished 23rd in the country, a really, really good first year to this dynasty. Obviously, a little bit better year than they had in real life. But that's not going to stop guys from wanting to leave, including Deuce Knight. And if you've come to realize, he transfers in pretty much every dynasty. It was crazy. So we're going to lose Jackson Darnold. We can't persuade him to stay, which is disappointing. And now we got to keep Deuce, and he's not going to stay. And I guess I shouldn't be that surprised because, of course, when I did this at the time, I didn't realize that Deuce was a guy that would pretty much constantly leave in any dynasty you were doing. So I was disappointed by it at the time. Now I'm not really too surprised. So it is what it is. We're losing both of our starting quarterbacks, essentially our first 2 quarterbacks. That kind of sucks. We're going to lose Eric Singleton, but we are going to keep Towns, which I'm excited about. We're going to keep Jordan Crawford and Bryce Kane, some young, up-and-coming talented players. So I'm happy about that. And we would go crazy in the portal. I mean, look at these offensive players that we would pick up in the transfer portal. These are guys that I'm so familiar with. Really good players in high school and in college for that matter too, and some really highly recruited high school guys on defense. Tavian Sinclair, the potential quarterback of the future. I mean, listen, in this entire dynasty project, this single class right here might be the best portal class I have had in terms of players and what they can do, what their potential is. Man, that might be the best one. But hey, the 20th best recruiting class overall, we will take that. And of course, the #1 transfer portal class. I'm telling you guys, these players that we signed, I am so stoked about. We signed a ton of them, mostly all 4 stars too, so that's a huge get for us. really excited about that. And we would carry that momentum into the 2026 season, starting number 10 in the entire country. So man, we have a ton of good things to look forward to, ton of excitement, and it's easy to see why. Look at how good this roster is. We get Cam Coleman back. We have all kinds of good players. You can see where these transfers stack up. So we're going to get into this first game against Baylor. This time they're coming to us, and look at Tavian Sinclair, Gideon Davidson, the starting running back. And on the opening possession, St. Clair is going to pull it and throw it to my dog, Hollis Davidson, for the touchdown. We would take that early lead, and we would pull away, not look back, destroy Baylor by 30 points to start the season. We'd move up one spot following that win, and I think we're going to do okay in this season. So we're going to put that to the test. We're going to move ahead a couple weeks into the season and really put this roster under the microscope, see what they can accomplish through the sim all the way to week 8. And look at that, 5-1, still number 9, interestingly enough, taking on Mississippi State. They have to come to us in a game that, man, we should have no issues with, as you can see by these ratings. But man, we're going to hop into it, see what happens. It's the SEC, man. Anyone can win on any given Saturday. We're going to start on defense. Mississippi State's opening possession, they're going to run play action. He's going to throw it, and it's an airward throw. Our DB makes a great play on the ball, gets tackled, and that was a great way to start the game, giving us great field position. We would move it down to 2nd and goal, and here we go, man. You guys already know what time it is. We're going to give it to Gideon Davidson, who's going to punch it in. Great blocking up front. This is a really good offensive line. Now, Mississippi State's fighting in the 4th quarter here with just under 2 minutes left. We're going to throw a pivotal interception, and that was probably not the best idea, down 7. And now, with about 40 seconds left, we got to play defense. We got to do something, and we give up a wide open touchdown. I mean, just a horrible, horrible turn of events. Now it's overtime. Mississippi State, they're going to put it up, and he's going to just miss it, leave it left. Now we have an opportunity here, 4th and 3. We've got it squared up at home. Towns Magoo is going to put it through the uprights. We're going to survive in advance. I told you, man, on any given Saturday in the SEC, anything can happen, I'm telling you, and we would get out of there with a win to get to 6-1, bowl eligibility. And our next game is not going to get any easier. Having to go on the road to Texas to face a ranked Texas Longhorns team. It's been a defensive battle to start the 1st quarter. We're into the 2nd quarter just a little bit. We've put together a great drive now. The 1st and goal, looking to break the seal on the scoring, get some points. We're going to dump it off to Gideon, who's going to make a guy miss. Get into the end zone. Heck of a play. We would push that lead again to 7. With Texas, man, they're finally getting on the board, figuring out their offense. We're taking a shot down the field right before the half, and it's intercepted, but that's okay. We're going to go into halftime with a 7-point lead, and listen, they can't all be winners. We can't all have great plays. I mean, I guess they can all be winners of the game, which we would do. We would beat Texas, a huge win for us. Now we have another ranked game, this time against South Carolina, coming to us again. We have a 5-point lead in the 4th quarter. It's a double pass. He's got it wide open. It's a red bar, but it doesn't matter because it's Cam Coleman. We're going to extend that lead on the double pass. That was a pretty cool play. I haven't run that one much. We would get that win, have to go on the road to the Swamp, to Florida, the number 1 team in the country, and he's dancing around, and it's a red bar, and it's going to be an interception. We're going to have a tough time with this team, even though we are 5th in the country and Florida's 1st, but we are going to have a tough time. The defense would make a quick stop, get us the ball back, and we're going to throw it out to Cam Coleman, and we're going to get a block by Hollis Davidson to spring him free. What a great perimeter block. Cam Coleman's going to go the distance. I think number 3's closing in, but he's going to get into the end zone. A huge explosive play to take an early 7-0 lead. Now, moving ahead into the 4th quarter, we're down 7 again. We're going to throw it on the pop pass to Hollis Davidson, our stud tight end. It was so funny. He was choosing between Florida in his recruiting process as well. He's going to take it the distance. They could not cover him, did not align to it well. We're still down though in the 4th quarter, but we've got the ball late, an opportunity to seal it with Tavian Sinclair. Is going to pull, he's going to make a guy miss in the open field. I really didn't want to score this quickly, but we got to take the lead and just rely on our defense. And we would trade possessions again, and with 1 second left, the kicking meter is shaking crazy. This is a pretty makeable kick. He's going to miss. I can't believe I just missed that. That was the ultimate choke job. I mean, just brutal. And it would not get any easier the next week, going on the road to the 5th ranked LSU Tigers, where we're down 7 late in the 4th quarter. We're going to give the Jeremiah Cobb, who's going to punch it in. Hopefully this is a close game that we can actually pull out. This time we're on defense. We got to make a stop. He's going to throw it right to us. What a horrible, horrible throw. There goes Hugh Freeze celebrating on the field, making a guy miss, I guess. On 4th and 9 though, this is it for the game. Can Towns Magoo bounce back after missing that chip shot last week? He's going to put it up. It looks good. And we are going to drill it on 4th and 9 to take the late lead. So with 4 seconds left, this is the game. No timeouts. I mean, LSU, you see how far they have to go. He's going to put it up. It's not even going to be close, and we're going to pick it off and secure the win heading into this Iron Bowl at 9-2 and probably a top 10 team in the country. We needed that bounce back and some momentum heading into this tough Iron Bowl game on the road in Bryant-Denny Stadium. We're ranked top 10. We're 5th actually, and Alabama's ranked 24th because of course they're always going to be good, it feels like. So this is going to be a very, very live game and an extremely tough place to to win. And I know from firsthand experience, we played there in 2024 and they were really, really good at the time. And obviously we weren't. The tailgates were live. The fans were, I'm not telling you, pre-game festivities were happening 10 hours before the game, probably even days before the game, if we're being honest, man. But what you're seeing in the video, just imagine that in real life. It was about as good as you could get. But enough rambling, enough of the talk. Let's get into this game. And we've put together a great opening drive here, looking to cap it off with a score where we're going to put it up to our stud receiver, Malcolm Simmons, with the early separation. Take that early to 7-0 lead. Defense will get us the ball right back, and you already know what time it is. We're going to our stud receiver, Cam Coleman, is going to break a tackle, hurdle a guy. I mean, I haven't seen that one very often. We're going to celebrate the safety. Looks like he totally just gave up on that play. Alabama would come back with 18 seconds left and counting. On the screen, Cam Coleman gets the separation. We're going to throw it vertically on the screen. What a crazy decision. I don't even know what I was thinking. I just saw it. I was like, I got to take advantage of this, and that's going to be enough. That is going to be enough to secure the Iron Bowl. And on top of that, to close out the regular season, Tavian Sinclair, the new single season passing yards record, and another shot at Florida in the SEC championship game. In another tightly contested game on 2nd and 13, we have the lead, and you see what's happening. We're taking a shot down the field at Cam Coleman. Not the best throw, but dude, this is a first round pick, so it doesn't matter. He's going to help us out, get into the end zone, extend this lead, but there's a lot of time left, which Florida would remind us of. Only down 7 here with time winding down in the final seconds of the game. No timeouts. Avery Johnson's going to roll out, scramble. He's going to get down before the first down marker, and I think time is going to run out. What an unbelievable decision. I can't believe you just did that with 1. Oh, they just barely missed it. This is like when Georgia lost the SEC championship game all those years ago. What a crazy, crazy win. Coach Freeze, with his sleeveless hoodie, sleeveless shirt, whatever, is going to win the SEC championship game and secure a top seed in the CFP. And we're going to bring home more records for Tavian Sinclair, this time the new single season passing touchdowns record, and Cam Coleman on the receiving end of that with multiple school records. Heading into the college football playoff as the 2nd ranked team in the country, taking on Notre Dame in the Peach Bowl, a game that we stack up a little bit better than them in, but they were the 10 seed who upset the 7 seed. So this is going to be a really tricky one, and we're holding a 7-point lead here in the 3rd quarter, looking to take a shot. We've got so much space. Malcolm Simmons, this dude is too fast, I'm telling you right now. And that's going to push the lead to 14 heading into this 4th quarter. A lead that we would hold throughout the remainder of the game. As you can see, we would dominate the Irish, and our star defensive end, 1st round pick, Keldrick Falk, a new single season sacks record, heading into another matchup against the Florida Gators. Number 2 versus number 3, 3rd round of this season. Here we go for the Sugar Bowl and a spot in the national championship. And they've got us early. 3rd quarter, they've got us by 11. We're going to roll out Tavian Sinclair, going to buy some time, find Malcolm Simmons, again the speedster, to get into the end zone, cut into this lead a little bit. It's going to be tough to beat this team again, but down only a touchdown in the 4th quarter, under a minute left. Tavian Sinclair, he's going to pull it, and he's got all kinds of space. He has to make a guy miss. Oh, and he does on the spin move and gets into the end zone. Clutch run, ice in his veins for the defense on 4th and 20. This is it. No timeouts left for Florida. This is it, man. This is pretty much good if it goes. Even if they get a first down, they're going to run out of time. He's going to throw it short. We're going to rally, make a tackle, beat Florida again this year, and advance. More importantly, advance to the national championship game in just our 2nd season. So we have an opportunity here to secure a national championship early in this dynasty project. And of course, it's an all SEC fair against the Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, are you really that surprised that we're going to have to take on Georgia in this game? But I'm feeling confident. We're going to put it to the test through the Super Sim. We get out to an early lead, a big lead, and it just keeps growing and stacking. I do want to get a chance to play, hop in the game a little bit. And of course, if I'm going to do that, you already know what I'm going to do. I am going to throw the pop to my guy, Hollis Davidson, make sure he scores a touchdown in the biggest game of his collegiate career. And that, of course, is going to be enough to knock off Georgia, bring home a national championship to the Plains. The long-awaited Auburn Tigers are finally national champions again atop the college football world. And that would cement Coach Freeze's career as one of the best coaches in the last 20 years. You know, remember, when he took that Liberty job, at that time, he was the only coach, I believe, to have beaten Nick Saban multiple times. So he's been able to get it done at multiple levels. And now the Auburn Tigers are your 2026 national champions.